Yo guys, what is good? It's Cameron. And today I thought I was gonna go buy a camera, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. So I think I'm gonna go try play some basketball and hopefully go to the gym. But first we're gonna walk young doggy! Alright, so I think I'm gonna make this video about why I stopped playing 2K instead of vlogging. Well, I haven't stopped playing 2K, but why I stopped posting 2K for now. So pretty much, well, came down to two things really. First thing, obviously, is that I wasn't enjoying 2K as much, and to edit the videos is kind of a trek, especially when you're not enjoying the game. It's like hard to enjoy the editing process, and it takes a long time, so there's that. But one of the other big factors was how much time I was playing 2K for. Like, it was ridiculous. To like, record the gameplays and edit the videos, that's like my day, every single day. Like, I'd get home from school, edit videos, play the game, edit videos, and try post as much as I could. Like, that's the only thing I was able to do, and like, that's not great. So you might be thinking, like, what do you need the time for? Like, surely 2K is life. We'll start off with pretty much like when I was in year 2 or 3. Can't remember, year 2 or 3 I started playing basketball, and for my first 2 seasons I've scored a total of 2 points in 2 seasons. I think I got 1 free throw in like each season. Either way, to say the least, I was very, very, very garbage at basketball. Even like by come year 6, which is when you move to high school or whatever, I was still complete garbage. Like, I was so bad that I didn't want to play basketball, right? I wanted to quit. Like, I was like, I hate this, it's so boring. Not scoring at all, I suck. But my parents were like, no, you gotta play a sport, but I hated it so much. So they started paying me for how many points I scored. Even when I was getting paid $1 per point, I was probably only made like $10, if that, in my year 6 season. Okay, then we get to year 7, where so we go to high school or whatever, and sport is compulsory at the school that I went to. So I was like, you know what, I'll just play basketball, screw it. I already play basketball, so why just not continue playing basketball? And I thought, you know, I'll go to a pretty like rich school, you could say. And so I was like, okay, there's gonna be a bunch of fat kids, fat rich kids that I'm gonna be better than. Like, surely I can't be in the worst team. So there was A, B, C's, D's, and E's. Guess what team I ended up in? The E's. Let's go. So my basketball career was at an all-time high right there. Got put in the worst team because it was graded, so I got put in the worst team. That was pretty depressing. I ended up moving up after like 2 games or whatever, just because like I wasn't fat, but I still really had no interest in basketball at this point. But like for the first few weeks, right, you could say I pretty much didn't have any like actual friends or whatever. Cause like I'm not the kind of person that likes to talk to people a lot, to be honest. You'll notice if you're in an Xbox party with me, I'll just be sitting there silent the whole time. Like, I just don't talk. I don't know why. It's just not appealing to me. Like, when I be talking to people, like, it always feels like I'm wasting my time and I should be doing something else. So, it's just kind of strange, but pretty much there was, like, nothing to do for me at recess and lunch at school. So, I just went down to started going down to the basketball court at recess and lunch, and there was, like, a lot of people there or whatever. So then pretty much, like, all my friends started to play basketball. Like, the only people I knew. Like, I didn't even know people's names if they didn't play basketball. That's how, like, little I cared about other people. Like, it's not like I can't make friends. It's just like, I really don't care about you. I'm sorry. But, yeah. So, pretty much everyone I knew played basketball. So, when you're in a situation like that, where everyone you know, like, the only people you know play basketball, it's pretty hard not to start just enjoying basketball and, like, yeah. So I pretty much ended up becoming obsessed with basketball because that's all I did at recess and lunch. I started watching the NBA. Before, I didn't really watch any basketball. Like, we'd go to a few local games, Perth Wildcats, but it wasn't really that entertaining, to be honest. But I started watching some NBA, you know, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, cooking up, saucing up. I think when I really got into it was when I watched the Warriors blow a 3-1 lead, and then Kevin Durant left to join Golden State Warriors from OKC, and let me tell you, I like played the hell out of the FKD song for so long. It was crazy. But so I actually started enjoying basketball or whatever, and I went up to the C's where I kind of got stuck for a long time. I ended up not playing any division higher than C's. until this year 11, where you go to like the best in the school. So it's like first, seconds, thirds, fourths, fifth, sixth. So it's like the best, like year 12s and 11s make up the teams, instead of being 10A, B, Cs, 9A, B, Cs, etc. But before that, year 10, the holidays before I got into year 10, I watched Dragon Ball Z. Now let me tell you, if you haven't watched Dragon Ball Z, this will change your life. It'll like triple your work ethic, I promise you. I don't know, like everyone that you see, like Colin Sexton or whatever, all the people that work insanely hard in the NBA, they're all Dragon Ball Z fans, and it's like, it's just big facts why. So pretty much I spent that whole summer just binge watching Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, etc. Okay, so that's when I actually started to get decent, and people were like, yo, you should probably move up or whatever, you should probably go to 10 Bs at least, if not As. But I was like, the coaches decided, not us, so I was still stuck in 10 Cs. They didn't really move the teams around or whatever, but in trainings and stuff we would always beat the Bs. 10 Cs were undefeated. I don't think Bs won that many games, so at this point everyone knew that I was fairly decent. Like I wasn't like I was a basketball no life pretty much. Like everyone knew that I was like one of the better people, but I wasn't like A's, obviously, because I was always playing basketball at recess and lunch. Anytime you went down there, I was there. Like I'm literally always there. So then come year 11, I make the thirds team. So it's a bit of a step up, if I'm being honest, because most of the people, like there's a few people, like A's are kind of scattered around from first to fourth, pretty much. B's are kind of scattered around from like thirds to all the way down to tenths, pretty much. And like I think at this point I'm like, okay, first, like our year is really bad at basketball. So I go to a school where we're the best school, right? For basketball, they just came off back-to-back undefeated seasons. But the year below us is insane as well. They're all really good. They'll probably win the cup or whatever. But our year is complete garbage. So I'm like, you know what? Our year is trash. I'm not that bad at this point. I've got a chance. I've got a chance of making first. First is the top team for the school, by the way. But that really started when I got invited to the pre-season training for first and seconds. That's when I was like, okay, I got a chance. That was before we came into thirds. But now it's like my opportunity is closer than ever, because the first do a tour to LA. Like I'm not sure if it's every second year or whatever, but pretty much they did the tryouts. We just finished tryouts like last week or whatever. We had 3 tryouts, and they cut it down to 15 people in the last tryouts. 12 get to go, and it's pretty much meant to be the first team, but obviously some people can't go to the LA tour, so they're not included. But it's pretty much meant to be the first team, and we got put into the 15, and I think I have a very, very decent chance of going. So now we are where we are now, and I think I have a decent chance of making it. As I said, we got put in the 15, but I'm in like the lower end. I'm not the guaranteed, but I'm like got a good chance. There's a bunch of people that are obviously guaranteed, but I think I've got a good chance. And being a 2K YouTuber is taking way too much of my time not practicing or whatever. And you can be a 2K YouTuber at any time, right? Like obviously I just want to vlog my life. It's like a lot easier. I can still be on YouTube, still have a presence on the platform. But it's going to give me a lot more time to try get good at basketball, pretty much, because I can come back to YouTube and be a 2K YouTuber at any time, right? You notice most of the 2K YouTubers are much older. They're like in their 20s or whatever, so I still got time to become a 2K YouTuber. But I've only got one chance of making the first team, and realistically I'm not playing pros. I could go play state sometime. I should try out for that, but like not a high level of states, like Div 2, Div 3 or something. But yes, I pretty much got one chance to this, and I think it would be a hella epic story. Like, if you think about it, going from 2 points in 2 seasons, in your first 2 seasons of playing basketball, just having no natural talent, to making the top team in your school. I mean, I know it's not significant compared to US schools or whatever, but I don't know, it's just something that I want to do. So that's pretty much why I'm stopped posting 2K videos. I might post, 2K20 comes out, obviously. I'm gonna be there. I love 2K. Just not 2K19 right now. I mean, it gets dry every year, so yeah, there's that. But what if I vlogged that story, just that last final stretch, the 2 terms of preparation to try go from literally one of the worst players in your state, because I was easily one of the worst players in the state when I first started, because there wasn't that many people playing in year 2, 3. Kind of gets popular around like year 6 or whatever, basketball in Australia. So I was just thinking, like, yo, what if I made it? Like, that would just be an epic story, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Yeah. So if anyone's asking me why I'm stopped posting 2K videos and I started vlogging, here's the reason. I can still be on YouTube. It takes a significant amount less time. Like, all you got to do is just film your day, and then it takes like maybe 20 minutes to edit it. Like, it's super easy. Don't get me wrong, if I got free time or whatever, if I'm trying to do some other things, I might try to do some things like photography. I don't know, since I try to make that moving picture, like, no, not the moving picture, the floating photo, I'd be kind of into it. So just to vlog, I might get a proper camera. It's gonna be a lot less shaky because it's heavier. Right now this thing shakes so much, it's uncontrollable. But like, trying to make money off stock photography as well, like, that'd be sick. Like, what if I went and filmed myself trying to do stock photography? If you don't know what stock photography is, it's like when you take pictures and sell it or whatever. I don't know, it's just kind of cool. I don't know really why I like it. I'd be watching too much Peter McKinnon. He's like inspired me for something that I didn't even like. Like, I was looking up for how to vlog tips, and I stumbled across some of his like photography things, and I don't know, it just kind of caught my interest, caught my eye. Something I can do on the side when I'm tired, on the way to places, etc. I could film that, I could put some content out for YouTube, trying to stay relevant out here. But as I said, like, if anyone asks me now, I can just point them to this video. I don't have to explain my story. It's a lot less cringe when you have to explain your story IRL. But yeah. Shout out to anyone that actually sat through that whole thing. We're about to go play basketball now, so hopefully it's a little more entertaining. The basketball court is locked, but the gym's still open, so we're gonna go in there in a sec. But listen to this. Sounds better down here. The echo in here is insane. Okay, so we finally made it to the outdoor courts. Now I'm gonna put my ankle brace on. I'm probably just gonna run for like 20 minutes because I don't wanna be out here for too long. I'll get sunburned. 100% I'll get sunburned. So yeah, I'll see you then. I would spend more time out here, but I want to get sunburned, so now we're gonna go to the gym. Okay, so I went to the gym, and then some other people came, and they were like, "Oh, you want to go play basketball, the outdoor courts?" So I went back from there and played 1v1s for a little bit. Yeah, I didn't really do so much. I didn't record it because, you know, they don't want to be embarrassed. But so now we're actually going to the gym. I've been here for a while. You see, just been using these. Just doing some legs. Alright, someone just spilled stuff everywhere. So they had to leave to get something to clean it up. So we just want to do a quick ergo, and then I think we're done.
Bruh.
Counting on everything hurts, so we're gonna go back home and yeah. Okay, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe if you do. Don't know what else we're gonna be doing tomorrow. Unfortunately, the basketball gym, the indoor courts, won't be open all the rest of the holidays, so we'll have to find another indoor court. There's 2 others around me, but I gotta pay for them, and they're not right next to the gym, which is kind of tough. But we got a good session in there for about an hour, so I probably played like maybe 2 hours of basketball, hour in the gym. Not that bad. Yeah, I'm out. See ya.